Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going back to our old ways and telling you why you should stop eating, or in this case, drinking something because it is unhealthy for you. Today we're going to be talking about milk and why you should definitely stop drinking it. I'm like 99.9% sure that all of you watching right now have had milk before and probably like it. Also, I know you've all probably been told to drink milk by a parent or a doctor because it's supposedly good for your bones and has a lot of calcium, and you've also probably seen a lot of ads on TV saying the same thing. However, I'm here today to tell you that all of this is false and that there are a ton of studies and evidence to back this up. So first off, study found that drinking milk as an adult has no effect on bone mass or bone fracture rates. So it's actually not important to drink milk as an adult, which is fine, whatever. But the bigger question is, does drinking milk as a growing kid help to develop stronger bones and cause less bone fractures? And just to let you know, by the way, a bone fracture is a fancy way of saying bone breakage. Anyways, let's keep going. A Harvard study found that drinking milk as a growing child actually did contribute to increased bone mass, and when you have increased bone mass, it is expected to help prevent fractures later in life. However, this was not the case. Surprisingly, drinking milk during adolescent years was not associated with a lower risk of bone fractures, but was actually associated with a higher risk of bone fractures in adult years. The researchers found that no matter how much extra bone mass you get from drinking milk while growing, you eventually lose all the extra bone mass as you get older, even if you continue to drink milk. So basically, no matter how much milk you drink, you'll pretty much end up with the same amount of bone mass when you grow up. This partly helps to explain why drinking milk is not good for your bones, but this only shows that drinking milk keeps your bone mass the same, but not worse. So how does milk actually make your bones weaker and cause a higher risk of bone fractures, as they found in the study? The answer to this is a harmful sugar found in milk called galactose, and it was suspected to be unhealthy because of a few observations. Basically, there's this birth defect called galactosemia, where kids are missing enzymes and can't break down a sugar found in milk called galactose, and this causes galactose to build up in their blood, which causes bone loss. This is the first thing that hinted that galactose is not good for bone health. The second thing is that scientists frequently give small amounts of galactose to lab animals to shorten their lifespans, cause inflammation, and cause brain damage. While these two things don't directly apply to regular people, since humans aren't exactly built the same as lab rats and normal people without birth defects can actually flush galactose out of their bodies, researchers still figured that if it is bad for lab animals and people with defects, it's probably bad for normal people too, especially if you consume it every day. So they ran a study to test this theory. This study had a very shocking result. It found that people who drank milk, which of course contains galactose, had higher rates of death, more heart disease, and more cancer for every glass of milk they drank. Also, they found that 3 glasses of milk a day was associated with nearly twice the risk of death. And finally, they found that women who drink milk had many more bone and hip fractures, but men, for whatever reason, did not. This is crazy. Not only does drinking milk help improve bone strength like everyone says, but it makes it worse in a lot of cases. And on top of this, it causes an increased rate of death, heart disease, and cancer, which we all know are pretty bad. So basically, milk is very bad for you, and you should avoid it as best as you can. Maybe, drink water or something else instead, because it's probably better for your bones and your body anyways. And yeah, that's all for today. Hopefully you found the video interesting and learned a thing or two about milk. If you take away anything from this video, just know these 2 things. Know 1, that milk is not good for your bones and can actually make them worse. And 2, milk also causes a higher chance of death, heart disease, and cancer. Just know these 2 things and avoid milk and you're good. So anyways, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment down below with any thoughts or questions you have. We're going to be posting more frequently from now on, so stay tuned for new videos coming out soon. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.